We live in a seemingly chaotic universe. How else to explain this? Aww. But we have fractal minds, so we look for meaning in the clues nature leaves all around us. Like how come the sun is 400 times larger than the moon and 400 times farther from the earth? Was that so they would look the exact same size during an eclipse? Patterns, patterns everywhere, and no sense to be found. Except connecting with authority is all about having discovered sense in the chaos. But then, of course, you feel responsible to bring that to the world. That's quite a burden. May I show you a simple way to do that? The most powerful way to communicate authority is to do it instantly. When I started teaching this technique 9 years ago, I didn't understand it fully. I knew it was true. I tried to teach it as best I could, but over the years it's been more painful to watch videos that don't use it and ever more wonderful to watch the ones that do. So let's make yours the ones that do. Welcome to the Visible Authority, where people understand that the truth out there is in here first. Of course, in this case, I'm talking about composition. Composition is connection. Composition is meaning. Composition is truth. It's like good music. It's not discordant. There's a symmetry to it. It reveals what's true without words, immediately, because truth doesn't need words to define it. You can prove this to yourself right now. Ever seen a beautiful sunset or a magnificent mountain range, both stretching out beyond the horizon? Or maybe you've listened to an incredible piece of music, like a Chopin nocturne. Do you have to label it before it draws you in? Do you have to think it through, find the words before you allow yourself an emotional reaction? No! The truth is in the beauty. It doesn't need words to embellish it. So in video, without the truth that composition reveals in the moment, words just don't land very well, because words don't reveal the truth. They come out of a truth already revealed. Words can help, though. They can provide signposts, memory aids, links to other ideas, but not so much if they're squeezed, isolated, or haphazardly displayed. We do video because we want to reveal a deeper truth than we can just with words. We want to reveal the secrets of success. We want to open hearts and change perceptions. The videos where people pay no attention to composition strip the meaning right out of their words. It's futile to try to change perceptions when the words land like lead instead of lifting you up as if they had wings, simply by the way they're displayed on the screen. Composition is the science of revealing truth, and you can do great composition, like everything else around here, in 3 simple steps. 1, play tic-tac-toe. 2, balance the frame. And 3, do the unexpected. In video, as in life, playing tic-tac-toe is extremely easy. Just place your eyes on the top line of the tic-tac-toe board. If you want to sound fancy, it's the rule of thirds. You can do this best while you're shooting, but you can oftentimes change this in post just by making your video larger. When you do this, your audience settles down and is primed to pay attention to what's coming next. And there are plenty of videos where if you just get this one bit of composition right, you don't need to do anything else. Now, when it is time for words or images that you share the screen with, it's time to balance the frame. And it's pretty easy. First, divide the frame into 2 equal sides. The easiest way to do this is to have shot with a green screen, so you can put yourself anywhere later on. In this case, you're already on one side, so we're halfway home. The other side is where your graphics or text will go. So you just drop that graphic in anywhere on that side, then either take off your glasses or squint until everything on the screen goes blurry. What you're looking for is a kind of barbell effect. You want to place roughly equal weight on either side of the bar. Part of that is how high the weight is, the vertical plane, and part is how far away on the bar it is, the horizontal plane. Since you are already filling one whole side of the frame, things are going to be a little unequal no matter what you do. So one way I adapt to this is by using the eyes as an anchoring tool. So you can start composing by placing the text around eye level, then make small adjustments from there until the weight looks about equal. Do that, and it's pretty darn easy to get really good composition of the text or image. Now, when you don't have text or graphics to deal with, you still have yourself. And here you might have more compositional possibilities than you think. depending on shot size. And again, if you're shooting with a green screen, you can take full advantage of these possibilities in editing. If you're in a long shot, you can put yourself anywhere on the screen, from right to left. But the more close-up you get, the closer to the center you'll be because you take up more of the screen. But there's no reason all of you has to be on screen at the same time, all the time. We do this generally because we're not here to hide ourselves, but as long as we balance the weights, we can share the screen with less of ourselves visible. So, the way to think about this is to seriously consider never being dead center in a long shot, and look for opportunities to be off center even in a close-up. Why? The main reason is that pesky rule of thirds. Remember the tic-tac-toe board? Well, the intersections of the horizontal and vertical lines also happen to be the points of interest on a screen. So it's generally best to place your eyes on one of those points. And none of those 4 points are in the center. It doesn't stop us from going there, obviously, but I always try to at least acknowledge it by being just a little off center in my long shots. And now that I think of it, a little off center and a long shot pretty much describes me in more ways than one. Anyway, there's nothing else you can do in editing that's this simple and that can make such a profound difference in how your message lands. 3 simple steps, 1 big effect. That's good video. So where are we right now? We've looked at what's appearing on your screen and the timing of it. These are hugely important factors, especially for those who put themselves on camera, because other than music, there isn't much else to deal with. But we're not quite there yet, are we? After all, if you can't get your editing program to do what's in your head in the first place, none of this matters much. Your videos won't get any better, and in many cases, they won't get made at all. You have to know how to make your editing program do what you want it to do. So, now that you know what needs to go on your screen and how and why, and the advantage that shooting with green screen gives you, we're finally ready to bring all the pieces together. In the next video, I'll show you how I do all the stuff we've been talking about, so you can see how to make a program do what's in your head. I'll also show you how to cut down the time it takes to edit, which means you will begin to think like an editor, which is cool, because in an editor's world, dogs and cats might sleep together, but somehow no longer seems like chaos. Till next time.